Hello guys, this is Antonio Talks Politics, and as you guys know earlier, I created a video called, let me see the exact title, I believe it was French Presidential Election Round 1. Yeah, Round 1 of the French Presidential Election 2016, pre-election analyst. Well, this is now the post-Round 1 election analyst. I mean, the election analysm. Basically, I'm sorry, I got the whole analysm word messed up. Basically, this is just analyzing the results of the first round. So, no candidate won a majority of the votes that were needed. The requirement under French law is to hold 50% of the vote. If you can take 50% of the vote, you're president. If you do not take 50% of the vote, the two front runners will run up against each other in another election. So, yes. So that's in terms of the requirements. Now, the first round, according to what I am looking at, sorry, I'm trying to find the exact numbers because I don't have them off the top of my head. But let me just find them. Sorry, guys, for taking this long. Okay. So, Emmanuel Macron of the Un National and the Marine Le Pen of the National La Front will be running against each other on May 7th, 2017. Because Marie Le Pen of the Front National, the National Front, won. How many votes did she win? Fine, how many votes did she win? Sorry about this. Oh, yeah, okay. These are all the results. She won 6,853,815 votes. And Emmanuel Macron won 6,924,096 votes. So he carried roughly 23.17% of the vote. And Marine Le Pen of the National Front carried 22.94%. So we can safely say this was a very close election in the first round. No one walked away with the first round. Because and the reason why I say that is because someone can win 49% but not win 50%. And we would consider that a walkaway win, but legally there still has to be a second round. But this wasn't like that in any way, shape, or form. This is just my analysis, so I'm not an expert. But this, from what I'm looking at, the difference was, let me type it in a calculator, I believe it was about 1% from what I'm looking at. This is, don't quote me on that until I'm able to secure an official statistic. Okay. So that is 22 point. Delete that. Sorry guys, I know this is like, you guys are just saying, oh, why does he have to keep on doing this? Well, I want to get my numbers right, because people like to criticize inaccuracies. So, minus 22.94. Okay, so there's a difference. The difference in the voting in favor of Emmanuel Macron was 0.23%. We can safely assume that this is going to be a close run, whoever wins. And let me just say, I'm not a fan of anyone in this election. I have an opinion on the election, but I'm not a fan of anyone. So I'm not partial to either Macron or Le Pen in saying this is going to be a very close election. This is going to be very close, whoever wins, because that's a very small difference, 0.23%. Now there have been some polls between Macron and Le Pen that suggest there's going to be a difference of about 20 to 25. I don't believe those polls, because in favor of Emmanuel Macron. Those polls are like 25%, they say he's going to win by. I don't believe that that's going to be the case, because at how close this election was and how close the polling was in the lead up to this election. So, knowing the lead up to this election and how really close it was, I don't think we can safely assume anyone's going to win. I'm not calling it for Le Pen, and I'm not calling it for Emmanuel Macron. So I'm not going to say, well, Emmanuel Macron's going to win or Le Pen's going to win. I don't know who's going to win. I don't think the results are going to change from this election because there are still results coming in. I'm not saying there aren't, but there are still results coming in, and the results, like, there are still some results coming in, but I do not think personally that there's going to be a big difference in what I'm telling you guys now at about 7:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time than what's going to be out at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I don't think there's going to be much of a difference. If there is, I'll get back to you guys with an update, but I don't believe there is. So, but some of the counties, or they call them departments in France, have not come in yet. Like, departments is like the congressional districts in America. So, apparently some of the districts, we call them districts, over there they call them departments. Apparently some of the departments haven't come in yet. So, that's very interesting to see if anything will change now, as the rest of the departments come in. So, I'll update you guys. I'll probably be doing an update video because, you know, I don't think anything's going to change, but there's a decent chance we could see different results. Like, we know the two front runners, but we could get a very different, instead of Macron leading by 23%, he could be leading by 25%, or it could be the other way around. So, I'm not calling it for anyone right now. This will be very interesting to see who carries tonight completely. Because, you know, whoever carries tonight, it doesn't matter. Because no one's going to hit 50%. That's what we know for sure. So it doesn't matter, even if one of these two candidates was able to get, I don't know, I'm trying to think. Even if they were able to carry it by a quote-unquote landslide, I don't know what the standard for landslide is in France, but if they were able to carry it by a quote-unquote landslide, it doesn't make a difference. So it will be very interesting to see. You know, that's very interesting to see when something doesn't have an impact. It won't have a direct impact on the election immediately, but in a week it will. In a week it will have an impact, because those voters who voted today will be probably voting on once again. If that didn't make any sense, that's because it was more like a ramble of inaccuracy. I don't know. I just wasn't that good. That whole section of, you know, well, you know, it's interesting to see how, you know, even though this won't determine the result of this election, blah, 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 that was just, I didn't even know where I was going with that, so just cut, you know, forget about that part, because that was just really, but to clarify what I was saying, it would be interesting to see what the margins of victory are after more of the results come in. So to simplify it, instead of going through the whole complicated stuff, that's what's going to happen. Now to some hard statistics. Now that we've been able to, now that I've gotten down, have I done the statistics? Let me just find the statistic. So, okay, 6 million, I already wrote that. I already told everyone that. Is that even... Is that a new result? That can't be a new result. I don't think that is, but... No, it isn't. Okay, so I thought a new result had just come in on Wikipedia, and I was just like, yeah, maybe I have something to add, but no, I don't. We don't know how many valid votes, we don't know how many null votes, we don't know how much the turnout was, we don't know how many abstentions there were, and they haven't issued, they haven't told us the number of registered voters yet. CNN does, so let me look at CNN and see what they said the number of registered voters was, but, you know, let me open it up. I'm quoting CNN here. Scandal hit conservative Francis Fillon and far left wildcard and who was that? Let me find. And Jean-Luc Mélenchon trailed in third place and were knocked out of the closely fought race. Le Pen and Macron are now set to face each other off in a runoff election on May 7th. And end quote. And I'm just continuing. This is just be some raw statistics. Okay, according 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which it's 7:25 p.m., 69.42% of France's 47 million registered voters have cast their ballots, according to the Interior Minister. Was that a lower margin or Yeah, that was the lower margin. A margin of lieutenant at the same point in 2012. And then there's a letter in French that they link, which I believe is from like the election commission or the equivalent they have over there, informing the two candidates that they've won. So it will be now Maki. No, I can't even say the name. Makol. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm so cautious about saying the name is because the last episode I got a lot of comments from you guys. You guys were just, oh, you got the pronunciation terribly wrong. I know I got pronunciation terribly wrong. That's why I'm gonna look at the exact name. Emuel Makol of the Enamach Party, which is considered center. Sorry, last episode I said it was center right. It is not center right. It is just center. And as everyone probably knows, so whoever studies French politics, the Front National, the National Front, is far right. So that's the results. That's my analyst, and that's my interpretation of where things are going from here. So wish you guys all good luck, and hope you guys have a nice day. And comment and tell me what you guys think. Bye.